Hello and welcome to the Queber channel. I am Jason, your host, and I wanted to talk about how all this works. The computer system set up here. Right. So I've got the Steam Deck, which actually only draws about 15 watts. I've got a portable display that I believe draws, don't quote me on this because I haven't done tests on it yet, but I think it draws between about 6 and 30 watts at the most. I've got a wireless keyboard, wireless mouse. I've got my gamepad here. I've got a portable MiFi because the signal from my internal router isn't perfect out here. So I have my own little MiFi here, which is actually doing the place of a router. It's all running through this Ugreen battery bank. I'm powering both the Steam Deck and the display from that. So in essence, this entire setup, which I can game on, which I can do everything except VR on, covers the entire of my coping strategy. Now, I can also charge up my Quest 3 and use that for my VR coping strategies. So in that little package of those items, this is what, if I had to leave the house, say there was a massive disaster or something, this is what I'd put in my backpack. Because even in worst case scenario, an end of world situation, I have still got to do my focused stuff in my coping strategy today, or I will not survive. I have to do these things. These things keep my brain focused and settled on what I am doing. I always have to make sure I've got that. I mean, this iPhone, this on its own would probably do 80% of my coping strategies. So I can pare it down even smaller. But when it comes down to it, this little setup here could be put down pretty much anywhere in the world, and I would be able to cope and live. It is my bare minimum of get the fuck out if a situation in the world ever gets really bad. It's just a simple backpack with all these bits and pieces in, a couple of pairs of trousers, a couple of pairs of jeans. Well, no, not jeans, a couple of pairs of t-shirts, and bingo. Here I am. So, having all this, it isn't about me expecting the worst, but I have to be prepared for the worst just in case. And I know that I've got ways to charge all of this on the go. So I can even rig up a solar panel on the back of a backpack and have it charge the batteries inside while I'm out walking. Although I wouldn't be walking, would I? That isn't what I do. I would be in my Quingo. And the Quingo is like a base station. I could set up solar panels on that. I've always wondered about that, whether or not I could charge the system by that way. Now, in theory, this here could, in theory, charge the thingy. It wouldn't charge for long, but it would charge the Quingo. And I always have my backup power supplies. I don't have a permanent backup power supplies, but I do have some. In fact, I should actually check how much the trickle charge to the Wingo is. See if I could use one of my power stations. But really, much more thingy with me is I would hunker down in my own house in any really bad situation. It's my safe space. I have ways to cook in the backyard. I have ways to filter water. I have ways to power at least the bare minimum. I could power this entire setup with my 3 solar panels back there. Winter, summer, forever. I could keep this going, and I could just this battery. I will put it on charge off the solar later, and everything is okay. This is the bare minimum that I had to have set up here to protect myself, to make it so that I can sleep at night. For everybody, for other people, it's very different. But I do have to remember my limitations. I can't just walk out the front door and walk down the street. I become non-functioning. I can disassociate with reality. I have to stay within my setup, and I have to make this place as good as possible to keep me going. Going to be removing the potatoes from the thing. I'll take one out at a time and just see whether it's actually cooked. If it is, then I'll be ready to eat in a bit. So, hey, I hope you're all having a wonderful day. I am just melling out, chilling. Okay. I'll say bye bye for now.